All right, first session of hot laps on the racetrack at the 1K is Mackenzie Dowler. The 1KD is Colette DeCero. The 21V, Danny Vicencio. The 7 is Zach Dowler, and the 4X is Brian Martinelli. And the 21V, as we said, Danny Vicino. I'll get it right in a second. I apologize. The 7 of Zach Dowler is out there. And not sure who the other 7 is. It looks like that's maybe an outlaw wing on top of that car. Solid 7 from Loami, Illinois is Dowler. Loami. Second 6 coming to the racetrack now. Fastest that time. It's like a 10.487 by Mackenzie Dowler. Nolan Bartley out there in the 14N. He, from Hammond, Illinois, carried the American flag during our KKM event last Saturday night. 28K from Indianapolis, Indiana is McKenna Crin. Out there. Also out there in the 10M from Terre Haute, Indiana. It's Mackenzie Meany in the 10M. The 21C hails out of Riverton, Illinois. It's Carson Eskew in the 21C. The 19 machine is Luke Newton out of Farmerburg, Indiana. And the 21M from Bethalto, Illinois is Bryce Myers. Bryce Myers in the 21M. (21C), as I said, Carson Eskew. The 20 out there from Farmerburg is James Newton. James Newton in the 20. As the caution flag flies for session number 2. That should do it for the SBS Wing Micros and their hot laps. Next out will be the junior sprints, the high caliber graphics junior sprints. 5 in attendance tonight. Talk about them as they come out onto the racetrack. They ran with the KKM Give Back Challenge Series last weekend. The KKM Give Back Challenge Series, of course, concludes at US 24 Speedway the last weekend of August, and then they will be here for the KKM Give Back Racing for Rider, hashtag Racing for Rider, during Labor Day weekend. $25,000 to win for Outlaw Non-Wing that weekend. If you're watching from home and want to know when registration is opening, registration will open in the coming week for that big event right here at Coles County Speedway. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you being here. We will try to get on and look at some comments and see where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Green flag is out for this session of hot laps for the junior sprints out there on the racetrack. The 25B machine is Case Barnard from Dawson, Illinois. 1Z, Xander LaRose from Festus, Missouri. Also out there, the 99K, Kylie Cox from Fillmore, Indiana. The 18 machine hails from Farmerburg, Indiana. That is Eli Newton. And the 22F from Lovington, Illinois is Evan France. So the checkered flag has waved on the hot laps for the junior sprints.
Hey, Brian, make sure he knows it's green, white, checkered. For the, it's 3 laps for the modified since there's more than 2 cars.
So junior sprints have their hot laps completed. Next out will be the restricted micros. 5 of them in attendance tonight. The number 20 machine from Terre Haute, Indiana is Riker Sumner. And the 20 to 36 machine from Springfield, Illinois is Jackson Cates. And the 36 to 11S machine from Springfield, Illinois is R.J. Smith. And the 36, happy to have this young man back from Harrisburg, Illinois. The 14 is Niles Tudor. And the other car out on the racetrack from Lincoln, Illinois, it's Henry Schneider in the 21. 5 cars in the restricted wing division tonight. Hot laps in the books for the micros. Mod lights coming out, 3 of those in attendance this evening. Three mod lights, as I said, the 11M from Mequon, Illinois. Rocky Meyer in the 11M. Remember him racing wing carts back in the day. Saw him a lot in the St. Louis area. He's from up around my neck of the woods, out of Mequon, Rocky Meyer. Paxton, Illinois' Jeff Day in the 33D and Paxton's Bo Day in the 23H. 3 cars. They are done with their hot lap session as well. Next out will be the 3-car field for the dirt car Hornets. Hornets out next. See how many of them actually come out to hot lap here. See if we have any late arrivals later on, but 3 of them is what we have slated to be able to take hot laps. Having some problems getting the 3 of them out here. Not sure what's going on. There they come out. Joseph Musalami, Joey the 12M out there. Also out there, the 17 of Brooke Triffitt and the 9 of James Triffitt. Those two from St. Elmo, Illinois. Happy to have them with us tonight. Mattoon is where Joey Musalami's calls home as we get ready to go with hot laps here for the four cylinders. We'll have qualifying up next. Hot lap qualifying for the modifieds coming up next. 13 of them in the house tonight. Modifieds will get 3 laps of qualifying as Joey Musalami says, checkered flag and off the track I go. Taking abrupt action to keep from running over him was the 9 of James Triffitt. We're good to go though. And qualifying up next should come in this order. The first 3 cars coming to the racetrack. The 6J of Travis Harum from Terre Haute, Indiana. The 69 of Noah Sugg out of Greenville, Illinois. And the 50 of Jace Weiss, probably Jace Weiss maybe, I don't know, we'll have to find out for sure. Allendale, Illinois is the top 3, or first 3 I should say, to come out and qualify. Once again, modified qualifying. You should be in line as you were listed from Pill Draw.
You can push preview and then push green when they come back around. When he's ready to go green, whoever he's going green on, that's when you'll push the green right before they cross.
So it is Travis Harum, Noah Sugg, and Jace Weiss. So qualifying is underway here for the modifieds. The UMPA mods taking their first lap. The 11.360 for Noah Sugg is fast qualifier thus far. 11.
You got it on qualifying view?
So unfortunately, the qualifying times are not staying up. 11.360 was the fastest for Noah Sugg. 11.7904 for Travis Harum on his last lap. And Jace Weiss had an 11.819. Next 3 cars out. Look to be the 808 of Kelby Simmons out of Watson, Illinois. The 7 is a no-show of John Eastock. So the 21 is Steve Myers out of Bethalto, Illinois. And the 92 of Kenny Carmichael Sr. out of Terre Haute, Indiana. Your 3 cars on the racetrack right now. $11,440. And 484 for Kenny Carmichael Sr. on his second lap. 11,362. 11,362 for Simmons. So we'll look at the best lap qualifying here. Noah Sugg fastest right now with 11.360. Kelby Simmons an 11.362. Kenny Carmichael an 11.484. And Steve Myers an 11.552. And then it's Travis Harum with 11.790. Next 3 cars out. The 9 of Jacob Hadaway out of Lawrenceville, Illinois. The 08 of Brady Collins from Charleston, Illinois. And the 59 of J.D. Stevens out of Mattoon, Illinois. 3 cars on the racetrack as they go green for 3 laps of qualifying here. Little hold up there for the 08 machine.
Hey, Brian, that 08 should probably get another lap because he got held up there.
Trouble for the 59 of J.D. Evans up at the top of turns 1 and 2. As he got up on the wall into the fence, possibly a little bit. Not sure. Couldn't see it from the angle I was looking, but he is able to pull off the racetrack, get those 2 separated a little bit.
The 9 car should not get the extra lap.
So the 08 machine of Brady Collins out of Charleston is going to get 1 lap. He was held up pretty majorly by the 9 machine, so he's going to get 1 lap here as he goes white this time to see if he can move up the qualifying order a little bit. $11.922 was his fastest. He improved some, but not a lot. 11.852 still leaves him 9th quick. Jacob Hadaway. $11.348 as we get the refreshed lineup now. Collins is 11.852. Jacob Hadaway 11.348. Unofficially an 11.772 for J.D. Evans before he got into the wall. Final 3 cars coming to the racetrack now. 55 of Chad Sellers out of Breeze, Illinois. The 58 of Steve Lash out of Brownstown, Illinois. And the 71 of Rick Frazier from Lawrenceville, Illinois. Chad Sellers to the top at 11.185. Quick time for Chad Sellers. Sellers 11.185, his fastest lap so far. 58L of Lash is fifth quick. And the 71 of Rick Frazier is eighth quick as they complete their last laps here. Frazier's going to stay eighth quick. So your fast qualifier driving a 55 machine out of Breeze, Illinois, in 11.185, it's Chad Sellers. Chad Sellers in the last group out is your fast qualifier. Second fast, Jacob Hadaway in 11.348 in the number 9 machine. The 69 of Noah Sugg in 11.360 is third quick. Fourth quick, the 808 of Kelby Simmons in the 11.362. And rounding out the top 5, the 58L of Stephen Lash and the 11.419. Those are your top 5 qualifiers. So Sellers and Hadaway will be on the pole for each of the 2 heat races. See how everybody else shakes out for the 8-lap heat races a little bit later tonight. So we're going to keep things going. Mr. Waggle going to come out. If we can get you on the front stretch, please. As we are going to get ready for the national anthem. Right now, I'll send it down to the front stretch for tonight's invocation. Mr. Waggle, it's all you.
Let us pray. Almighty, merciful Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight thankful for a beautiful night to come out and enjoy the races. Thank you for all those who have traveled to be with us. We ask that you bless the track tonight for a safe night. Bless the crews and the drivers and the fans to be safe tonight. Also, Lord, we want to ask a special prayer for a great friend of the track, Chuck Fuquay, as he's still in the hospital from a freak accident at work. We ask that you bring your healing hand down upon him, that he can return and enjoy the races. Lord, we ask that you be with his wife as she stands beside him. Lord, we are so thankful for everything you've done to us. We're thankful to be back to our regular Friday night racing. We just ask for a safe night. In Jesus' name, amen.
This time we ask that you remain standing as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Put your hands together for Xander LaRose in the Rule King 1S, or 1Z, excuse me, junior sprint, carrying the American flag for us tonight here at Coles County Speedway. Be just a couple minutes. SBS Wing, you should be headed to staging for your heat races. SBS Wing, you should be headed to staging for your heat races. All right, heat race number 1 for the SBS NARA Wing Micros. NARA SBS Stockborn Stroke lines up like this inside the front row. From Terre Haute, Indiana, the 10M is Mackenzie Meany. Outside from Bloomsdale, Missouri, the 4X is Brian Martinelli. From Terre Haute, Indiana, inside row number 2, the 21V is Danny Vicino. Outside from Springfield, Illinois, the 1K is Mackenzie Dowler. Inside row number 3 from Farmerburg, Indiana, the 20 is James Newton. And outside from Hammond, Illinois, the 14N is Nolan Bartley. 8 laps the distance. Hey, yellow, 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 yellow. The 28K is not supposed to be out there. She's at the back of the... You got 13 cars now? Well, they redid the lineup on me, folks. I apologize. 28K is McKenna Crin. She is at the tail of this lineup, so the lineup is not right from what I read. So it's the 10M of Mackenzie Meany. Brian Martinelli runs in seconds. Mackenzie Dowler up to fourth, is Vicino is in third. That's John Eastock in a 7X out of Westville, Illinois, in fifth. And trouble as up in smoke flames out the exhaust of the 21V of Danny Vicino as he's going to pull off the racetrack. That's in the exhaust, so that blew by. He's got to put something over that. Should put that fire right out. We'll stay green, though. And then trouble up front, or at the backstretch off turn number 2. As Meany remains your race leader. That was the 7 machine of John Eastock with problems. Mackenzie Meany coming up to lap traffic as Luke Newton is going to go a lap down next time around, it would appear. Second continues to be Brian Martinelli. Mackenzie Dowler runs third. All the way up to fourth is McKenna Crin. And a checkered flag flies. Newton stays on the lead lap, but the heat race win goes to Mackenzie Meany. Second is Martinelli. Third is Mackenzie Dowler. And fourth is McKenna Crin. Those are your top 4. They'll head race side as they're going to need a push for the 21V of Danny Vicino. And trouble for the 10M, the heat race winner. Serious smoke coming out the pipe of that machine for Mackenzie Meany. She got the heat race win, but up in smoke on the cool down lap for the 10M machine. Be pretty tough to get a photo with the smoke bellowing out of that machine. Michael and Teresa Clark watching tonight, saying go Noah Sugg in the 69 modified. Happy to have Rick Smith with us as well. And Rick, thank you. I'll turn my mic down a little bit. I think it needs to be turned down in the truck, actually, probably. Not so much in the tower. But if I get Chad in the truck to turn my microphone down a little bit, I'd appreciate it. I do tend to talk pretty loud.
Mackenzie Meany still down in the center. That car still puffing smoke out the exhaust. As they've got it hooked up, they're going to tow that out. Hopefully she is okay. She did climb out of the car relatively quickly. After I screwed up the lineups, Heat Race 2 is going to be next. It will line up like this, I think. From Riverton, Illinois, inside the front row, the 21C is Carson Eskew. Outside from Liston, Indiana, the 1KD is Colette DeCero. From Loami, Illinois, the 7 is Zach Dowler, inside row 2. Outside row 2 from Bethalto, Illinois, the 21M is Bryce Myers. Bryce Myers in the 21M, outside row 2. Inside row number 3 from Farmerburg, Indiana, the 20 is James Newton. And outside from Hammond, Illinois, this time will be the 14N of Nolan Bartley. 6 cars, 8 laps. Passing points in effect for these cars. Sure if they're trying to get the Meany machine out of gear here. They continue to struggle to get the car out of gear, it would appear. Gonna drop it from the front, take it from the back, I believe I just heard. I want to give Sydney a big shout out. Bringing food to the tower, but not bringing it to anybody but Brooke. Not quite sure how that works. The bestest best friend ever is what I'm hearing. Ed, you got the yellow flag down there, ready to have some fun tonight. Ed's going to do our Victory Lane interviews later this evening. I heard he's going to do a dance too, but I'm not real sure. Heat 2 getting ready to come out now for the NARA SBS Wing Division. It'll line up, as I said, Carson Eskew inside row 1, outside Colette DeCero. Zach Dowler inside row 2, outside Bryce Myers. Row 3 inside James Newton and outside Nolan Bartley. We'll go 1 to go at the flag stand, I do believe, so we'll try to go green next time by. Not a good first heat race for the SBS Wing cars. 13 of them in attendance tonight. However, we have 2 of them up in smoke in the first heat race. Now we're going to have to wait as we've got a car not making a call yet. Looks like it's possibly the 7. There he comes. It is the 7 of Zach Dowler as he'll take his spot inside row number 2. So he was down there, just couldn't get the car fired. Burt with us tonight as he brings it side by side back out onto the racetrack. As Kurt is down there as well. Got one to go at the flag stand for heat race number 2 for the NAR SBS wing cars. SQ and DeCero going to lead him to green next time at the cone in turn 4. Let's clear back in the middle of turn 4, 3 and 4. Start is a good one. SQ out to the early race lead. Myers up to second, Dowler third. Nolan Bartley to fourth. DeCero back to fifth. And Newton rounds out the 6 cars on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Dowler to the inside of Bryce Myers. Myers holding off Dowler that time by as the battle for second. Meanwhile, out front is still Carson Eskew with the race lead. Eskew still your race leader. Myers second, Dowler third as the cars are pretty much strung out now. Bartley holding on to the 4th spot as he closes. Just as I say that, closes on the inside of Dowler. Bartley, white flag out this time. By for Eskew, but Bartley up to 3rd from 6th. Into turn 3. Off turn number 4. Heat race wins going to go to Carson Eskew. Second is going to be Bryce Myers. Third is going to be Nolan Bartley. Fourth, by a nose, about a half a car length for Zach Dowler. Colette DeCero runs 5th, and James Newton rounds out the 6 cars on the racetrack. So that'll do it for SBS heat racing action, and we'll go on to the 1 heat race at junior sprints up next. We will keep this same order minus the junior sprints running before we take any kind of an intermission later this evening as the cars work their way off the racetrack. Junior sprints will be up next. They line up like this. Inside the front row from Dawson, Illinois, the 25B is Case Barnard. Outside of him from Festus, Missouri, the 1Z is Xander LaRose. Inside row number 2 from Fillmore, Indiana, the 99K is Kylie Cox. Outside from Farmerburg, Indiana, the 18 is Eli Newton. And starting all alone in row number 3 from Lovington, Illinois, the 22F is Evan France. Evan France in the 22F. 5 cars, 8 laps here for the one and only heat race for the junior sprints tonight. Five cars, 8 laps. They'll come out slow. They're very good at that. So I would imagine we'll go green flag racing next time off turn number 4. We're actually putting a little water at the top of the racetrack. That shouldn't affect these cars much, as I would expect with the track being pretty heavy, they will be down at the bottom of the racetrack. And here they come, Barnard and LaRose in the front row. Cox and Newton in row 2. France all alone in row 3. Bunched up, ready to go. That's how you do it, young gentlemen and ladies. We're going to go green this time off turn number 4. Barnard sets the pace by the middle of the backstretch. LaRose's job is to stay to his outside to the cone in turns 3 and 4. Looking for the green. Once again, 8 laps the distance. Good start. We're underway. Look out. Eli Newton trying to make it 3 wide down the front stretch. Barnard, a little off pace for him as he slows in 1 and 2 and allows Xander LaRose to run away. But Eli Newton closing in. There's a good battle shaping up for the top spot. Xander LaRose, still your race leader. Eli Newton runs in second. Barnard is third, Cox fourth, and France rounds out the 5 cars on the racetrack. Xander LaRose leading by 0.7 of a second that time by. Everybody pretty much spread out now. 7.79 seconds that time. Barnard 0.935 behind Newton, so equidistance, pretty close. As we continue to click off the laps here, we'll have white flag this time by, I do believe. It is white flag out for Xander LaRose. Checkered flag flies. Heat race win goes to the 1Z. Your top 5, Evan France is 5th. Kylie Cox 4th. 3rd to Case Barnard. 2nd to Eli Newton. And picking up the heat race win, he hails out of Festus, Missouri. Put your hands together for the 1Z of Xander LaRose. One heat race for the Bates Ink and Apparel restricted micro division, the NARA sanctioned class here tonight inside the front row. The 21 is Henry Schneider from Lincoln, Illinois. Springfield, Illinois' Jackson Cates in the 36 is outside row number 1. Inside row number 2 from Terre Haute, Indiana, the 20 is Riker Sumner. And outside from Harrisburg, Illinois, the 14 is Niles Tudor. And starting scratch on the field from Springfield, Illinois, the 11S is R.J. Smith. As I said earlier, Niles was here before the tornado hit. I think it was actually the last race we had before the tornado hit here at Coles County Speedway, and blew a motor, had to leave early. They said they'd put a lot of nights on that motor. It had been a good motor. We kind of gave them the announcers or the promoters jinx. It blew in hot laps and left early. We have not seen them on any of the circuits that the NARA Series, NARA Sanction, or Coles County has had since then, but we're happy to have Niles Tudor in that green and black number 14 car back with us tonight. Henry Schneider out of Lincoln, Illinois. Good to have him here as well. And Jackson Cates, they'll start this time off turn number 4 at the cone. And green flag flies. We're underway. Schneider is going to lead him down the backstretch for the first time. Good battle side by side for second. That is Sumner and Cates. Riker Sumner is going to take that second spot away. Meanwhile, towards the back, it's 2 fast cars, normally fast cars. Tudor and Smith doing battle back there. Riker Sumner now closing in on Henry Schneider. Sumner looking to the inside. Schneider slides high. They're going to be side by side nearly as they enter turn 1. Off turn number 2. Down the backstretch, the high side just a bit better off. But now here comes Sumner down to the inside looking for the race lead. He'll have it that time by as Riker Sumner's your race leader. Now he is going to lead into turn 3 off turn number 4. As we are 5 down, 3 to go that time by for Riker Sumner now, who has checked out a bit on Henry Schneider. Meanwhile, Bates is trying to find a way by Schneider and get that second position starting points back. Right now he will have lost 1.5 points. White flag flies for Sumner. Battle for second. Bates to the inside. Schneider slides up. Bates has it off turn number 2. Into turn 3, off turn number 4. Heat race win goes to Riker Sumner. Second is going to be Bates. Third is, Cates is second. Third is Schneider. Fourth is R.J. Smith. And finishing 5th is Niles Tudor. Once again, picking up the heat race win. Started 3rd, finished 1st. From Terre Haute, Indiana, driving the 20. Put your hands together for Riker Sumner. Mod Lights out next. One heat race for them as well. 8 laps the distance. Once again, it is live on YouTube. We want to say hi to everybody watching on YouTube. I know Rick Smith up in the Monmouth-Galesburg area watching. Might have seen it, might not have, but our flagman John giving the camera a wave right there. John Shipman hails out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Coming to flag with us tonight. He works inside. That's why he doesn't have a better tan. Otherwise, he would have a lot better tan than that from Florida, folks. I mean, from Hawaii. We need some flowers. I'm not going to say what might have already been said. Mod Lights out to the racetrack next. Inside the front row, the 11M from Mequon, Illinois. It's Rocky Meyer. There's Susan Bodenhammer's watching in Mequon tonight. She's friends with the Meyer family. Outside of him from Paxton, Illinois, the 33D is Jeff Day, and all alone in row number 2. From Paxton as well, the 23 is Bo Day. Those are our 3 cars to go 8 laps here for the Mod Lights. Green flag flies. Jeff Day maybe missed a shift. Oh, around he goes. Loop-de-loo, and around he goes. Going to throw some dirt at his brother down there. That might have been on purpose, but I'm not real sure. He's going to be nearly a lap down to the race leader, Rocky Meyer. We stayed green. Question is, can he catch his son, Bo? Or actually, they switched cars this week. That's what screwed me up. Yellow flags out for the maybe, yes, no, maybe. We're staying green and back to running as the 33D of Jeff Day. Two laps to go this time by. 2 laps to go for Rocky Meyer. Rocky Meyer sliding way up the racetrack down in turn 4. White flag out, though. 1 lap to go. He's got a straightaway advantage over Bo Day in the 23H. Checkered flag flies. Heat race win. I believe heat race number 1 in the winner column for Rocky Meyer this year here at Coles County Speedway. He'll come around and get a photo taken, and we will move on to Dirt Car Hornets up next. Once again, heat race win finish like this, or heat race finish looked like this. Paxton, Illinois' Jeff Day in a 33D is 3rd. 2nd goes to Bo Day in a 23H out of Paxton. And picking up the heat race win, hailing from Mequon, Illinois, the 11M is Rocky Meyer. Rocky Meyer getting the heat race win in the Mod Lights. Hornets line up like this inside the front row from St. Elmo, Illinois. Brooke Trivet in the 17. Outside from St. Elmo as well, the 9 is James Trivet. And starting scratch all alone in row number 2 from Mattoon, Illinois, the 12M is Joseph Musalami. Want to give a shout out to Kenley watching at home tonight, and Priscilla, of course. Thank you, ladies, for tuning in and watching from home tonight. They didn't comment, I don't think, but I know they're watching, so I want to tell them hi. Brooke Trivets and James Trivet on the front row. Here we go. Green flag flies. We're underway. James Trivet, who was closing on Musalami in the heat race or in the hot laps, comes out to the early race lead. Musalami going to follow around the high side of Brooke Trivet and fall into second spot as they run nose to tail down the backstretch. Nose the tail, now to the inside. Look, Musalami. He's right there. Trivet slides up. Musalami turns down the hill. Still, James Trivet with the race lead as they work through 1 and 2 again. That time he slides again, and Musalami dives to the inside and takes the race lead through 3 and 4. A new race leader this time by is Joey Musalami. 5 laps down, 3 to go this time down. 5 down, 3 to go for Joey Musalami. 2 to go this time by. 2 laps to go this time by for Musalami. White flag out, 1 more lap. Into turn 3. Going to work off turn number 4. Checkered flag's going to fly for Joey Musalami. So we got the first of 2 modified heats to come your way now. Congratulations to Joseph Musalami out of Mattoon, Illinois in the 12M, picking up the heat race win for the Hornets. Once again, 2 heat races getting ready to come your way for the modifieds. The first one lines up like this. Inside row number 1. The fast qualifier tonight hails out of Breeze, Illinois. The 55 is Chad Sellers. Outside of him from Greenville, Illinois, the 69 is Noah Sugg. Inside row number 2 from Brownstown, Illinois. The 58L is Stephen Lash. And outside row number 2 from Bethalto, Illinois. The 21 is Steve Myers. Inside row number 3 from Mattoon, Illinois, got into the wall in qualifying and hot laps. The 59D is J.D. Evans. J.D. Evans in the 59D. See if he's able to make the call. And outside of row number 6, driving the 50 from Allendale, Illinois, is Jace Weiss. Chase Weiss in the 50. 8 laps the distance for these 6-car heat races for the modifieds. Once again, don't forget, we have a lot of racing coming your way in the next few weeks. We'll be back here next Friday for regular weekly racing. Then a lot of this crew will be heading over to Belleville, Illinois. Belle Claire Speedway is a grand opening, helping to put on the show at Belle Claire Speedway, the Belle Claire Fair. The fair at Belle Claire, I believe, is what the technical name is. And then the 14th and 15th of August, the USAC Midgets will be here for a 2-day show, King of Coals. Then we have the KKM Give Back, hashtag Racing for Rider, $25,000 to win. On Saturday of Labor Day weekend, we'll race hot laps, or practice on Wednesday. Then we will have 2 nights of qualifying action, and then Saturday it'll be all feature racing, C's, B's, and A's, so on and so forth. 1 to go at the flag stand. It's going to be Sellers and Sugg leading away. Lash and Myers in row 2, Evans and Weiss in row 3. As it looks like Evans Myers might be the one not making the call. Couldn't see the number out there. That is Evans, so Myers not making a call. Green flag flies. We're underway. Not a good start out front for Sugg. That's going to allow Lash to get by on the inside. Here comes Evans as they crisscross back at the row number 2, excuse me. Meanwhile, out front, Chad Sellers is going to lead lap number 1, 7 to go. Pretty much single file now as Sellers and Lash lead the field off turn number 4. Sugg settles into 3rd. Weiss is 4th, and bringing out the caution is J.D. Evans. Going to have the wrecker on the front of the 59 machine. Wrecker is on the way as the lineup looks to be correct. Sellers, Lash, Sugg, and Weiss. That's how the top 4 run on the racetrack. Guessing something that was maybe missed or put back together quickly from getting into the wall might be the culprit here for J.D. Evans. He'll have a little bit more time to fix it before the feature event, as they will run last tonight here from Coles County Speedway. So he'll have a little bit of time to get things fixed. We'll run the junior sprint feature right after this next modified heat race. So we have one more modified heat race and then a junior sprint feature. Junior Sprint feature lineup is available on My Race Pass. Junior Sprint feature lineup is available on My Race Pass. Going to take J.D. Evans off so he can have as much time as possible to get that machine fixed before it becomes feature time. Already missing the 21 of Steve Myers. Heat racing action will be single file. Feature will be Delaware double file for the modifieds. A little love tap back there on the backstretch from Weiss to Sugg. as we get ready to go. Single file past the cone. Green flag flies. We're underway. Chad Sellers picking up right where he left off in qualifying as he leads heat race number 1. Halfway that time, coming to 5 down, 3 to go this time. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out. Trouble over in turn number 2 for Jace Weiss in the 50 machine. Young man hailing out of Allendale, Illinois, bringing out the caution flag. 5 down, 3 to go. Well, 3 down, 5 to go. Just going to try to get Weiss to catch up here. Yellow light goes out. Green flag is still out. And trouble for Weiss as he's going to pull off. The nose folded under that 50 machine. Will stay green. 3 cars. White flag next time by. Sellers into turn 3. Off turn number 4. He's looking for the checkered flag this time by. Checkered flag is out for Chad Sellers. Top 3 finish like this. The 69 of Noah Sugg is third. Second goes to 58L of Stephen Lash. And picking up the heat race win, driving to 55 out of Breeze, Illinois. Put your hands together for Chad Sellers. One more heat race yet to come here for the modifieds. Is needing a hook off the racetrack is going to be Jace Weiss. Heat race number 2 is going to line up like this. Inside the front row out of Lawrenceville, Illinois, the 9 is Jacob Hadaway. Outside row number 1 from Watson, Illinois, the 808 is Kelby Simmons. Row number 2 inside from Terre Haute, Indiana, the 92 is Kenny Carmichael Sr. Outside row 2, starting in the 4th spot from Lawrenceville, Illinois, is the 71 of Rick Frazier. Row number 3, inside from Terre Haute, Indiana, the 6J is Travis Harem. And outside from Charleston, Illinois, the 08 is Brady Collins. 6 cars to go 8 laps. Once again, one more heat race, then it will be junior sprints to the track. Junior sprints will come up after this next heat race. Continuing some of the things we have going on the rest of the year here in Coles County Speedway. Got the Rural King Road to the Dome on September 27th. All the information is going to be posted, I believe, next week about that. NARA is happy to be a part of the KKM Give Back Challenge Series this year. A busy month starts the second weekend of August, 14th and 15th. Will be at the Northeast Outlaw Invasion out in Orangeville, Pennsylvania. Before that, on the 11th, that's a Tuesday night, we'll be in Hamlin Speedway, technically in Moscow, PA. That's a 3-day swing. We get to be in Pennsylvania racing with the KKM Give Back Challenge Series. Then we'll come back, and the 21st and 22nd, a rescheduled date for Doe Run on the 21st, a Friday night, and SIR, Southern Illinois Raceway, on Saturday the 22nd. Then the next weekend we'll make our second stop in Indiana at US 24 Speedway on a Thursday practice, a Friday, Saturday racing action, and then the big one. Back here, right here at Coles County Speedway for the KKM Give Back #Racing for Rider, presented by Ibach and Flow Racing, and it's going to be a big one. $25,000 to win. Expecting cars from all over the country and possibly other countries as well. We've had quite a few people from Australia racing with us this summer, so we expect to maybe see a few Aussies in the house here that weekend. $25,000 to win on Saturday night for the KKM Give Back #Racing for Rider. And Ed's got his microphone down there. He's ready to get this party started. If anybody watches these these broadcasts,
let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, that's right, Ed. You tell him. You tell Brian.
We gonna get the record.
Feature racing coming your way. Junior sprints coming out right now.
Oh, we got another mile.
I was a race ahead of myself, folks. I apologize. Hadaway and Simmons in row 1. Row 2, Carmichael Sr. and Frazier. And Harem and Collins in row number 3 if they all make the call. They do. We'll go 6 cars, 8 laps for heat race number 2 for your UMP Modifieds. The dirt car UMP Modifieds. As we look for the green. This time right there at the cone in turn number 4. Green flag flies. We're underway. Side by side, top and bottom. It's going to be Hadaway leading. Oh, look out, getting around down at the bottom. He stays on the gas and going to hold on to the second spot is Kelby Simmons as he cut through the infield. It's a good thing Curtis wasn't standing there tonight. Out front, though, it's Jacob Hadaway, your race leader. Simmons holds on to the second spot. Third is Carmichael Sr. in the 92. Still Hadaway out front, but Simmons is closed back in. The ground he lost with the boo-boo and the bobble in turns 3 and 4 of the first lap has been erased. A battle for the race lead is shaping up. We got a battle back there for 5th as well, but up front is where we want to watch. possibly Hadaway may have felt Simmons closing because he pulls away. White flag's out, 1 lap to go. Simmons has one more chance down the backstretch. Doesn't look like he's going to get the job done. Into 3. Off turn number 4, heat race win is going to go to Jacob Hadaway. Oh, look at the battle for 4th. It's going to go to Frazier. And coming up is Brady Collins, I believe, to get the 5th spot here in heat race number 2. A great finish at the end of that one. So junior sprints should be heading up for their feature. Once again, unofficially top 3. Kenny Carmichael, senior out of Terre Haute, Indiana, 3rd. Kelby Simmons from Watson, 2nd. And picking up the heat race win, hailing from Lawrenceville, Illinois. They're driving the car number 9. It's Jacob Hadaway in the final heat race of the night. Going to go green next time by with the junior sprints, I do believe. The high caliber graphics junior sprints, NARA sanctioned class. It lines up like this. Xander LaRose inside row number 1 in the 1Z, outside the 18 of Eli Newton out of Farmerburg, Indiana. Dawson, Illinois' Case Barnard in the 25Bs inside row 2, outside from Fillmore, Indiana. Kylie Cox in the 99K, and the yellow light is staying on. We are yellow. We are yellow. And starting scratch on the field from Lovington, Illinois, it's Evan France in the 22F. Yellow lights. So Xander LaRose, after everything's settled up here, will get going green next time by. Eli Newton in the 18 outside the front row. It's Case Barnard and Kylie Cox in row 2. Evan France all alone in row 3, looking for the green off turn number 4. Green flag flies. We're underway with feature racing action tonight at Coles County Speedway. Newton and LaRose side by side, and there's Barnard as well. LaRose is going to lead him down the backstretch for the first time. Into 3 off turn number 4. Newton looks to the inside, can't get there. LaRose will lead lap number 1, but right on the rear bumper. Drafting down to the front stretch, but a good turn through that time for LaRose. And he's going to lead lap number 2. 15 laps the distance here for this feature event. As the top 2 start to pull away from Case Barnard a little bit, Kylie Cox is hanging relatively close to the top 3. Pretty much the same distance between her and Barnard as there is between Newton and Barnard. She runs in the 4th spot. LaRose, still your race leader. He's going to have 5 down, 10 to go. Next time by, trouble for Newton off turn 2. Barnard's going to get by. That gives Xander LaRose, a big-time lead out front, but here comes Newton back to the inside of Barnard to battle for second as they work down the backstretch. Newton and Barnard still battling for the second spot. Eli Newton back up into second. As a little bobble does not cost him, at least not permanently. We'll see if he can keep the car underneath him as we have 8 down, 7 to go. Next time by. Got Kylie Cox off on the backstretch. She looks to be clear and off the racetrack, so we'll stay green. Xander LaRose, still your race leader. That was the halfway mark. He's going to have 6 to go this time by unofficially, according to the scoreboards in the corners. Looking for 4 to go this time by for Xander LaRose, who's going to put France oh, look out, down in turns 1 and 2. Looked high, then swung low, and does clear Evan France. Xander LaRose with nearly a straightaway advantage now, as he has 3 laps to go that time by. 2 to go this time by, according to the scoreboards. 2 laps to go for Xander LaRose. White flags out, 1 lap to go. Down the back stretch for the final time. Into turn number 3. Off turn number 4, his first Coles County win of the season for Xander LaRose. Eli Newton finishes second. Case Barnard is third. And Evan France rounds out the top 4. So your top 4 finish like this. Evan France out of Levington, Illinois is 4th. 3rd goes to Case Barnard out of Dawson, Illinois. Farmerburg, Indiana's Eli Newton is 2nd and picking up the feature win. He hails out of Festus, Missouri, driving the 1Z. Put your hands together for Xander LaRose.
It looks like he is getting unhooked. We'll let him get unhooked, and then we'll get him out of the car. We don't have no feature winner sign, but we know who he is. All right, looks like he's unstrapped. Get that gas pedal out of the way. Back. Give him a checker flag. Let's hear it, people. For Mr. LaRose, our feature winner. Yeah, baby. You gonna climb up there or you gonna stay down? All right, buddy. How do you feel tonight? You feel pretty good? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like we can't read your face. There we go. So who'd you like to thank?
My mom, my dad, my grandma, mine.
All kinds of sponsors. How about Roll King? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear it for Mr. LaRose, our feature winner tonight.
Everybody at home and everybody in the stands, put your hands together for Ed Rowe down there on the microphone tonight for us. He does a great job of a little bit of everything here at Coles County Speedway. I kind of knew he'd be good at the microphone thing too. We're going to take a very short intermission here. I don't know if Paul's going to do anything much to the racetrack, but we're going to take a short intermission. We'll be back with 5 features coming your way in just a little bit.
Too much.
Turn the microphone off, Edward. Did you get it off? Oh, well, why now? You can't shave with that microphone. Once again, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a little bit. If you've been tuning in for all the action on YouTube, make sure you share that link. Let everybody know where you're watching from tonight as we get back into the swing of things here at Coles County after being off for over 6 weeks of racing between rainouts and the tornado. I'll give a shout out to Ryan watching while fishing. Probably is a better videographer than he is a fisherman, I'm guessing, but who am I to judge? So we'll take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit. Tension in the pits, tension in the pits. SBS wing to staging, please. SBS wing to staging. All track personnel, if we get you to start heading back to your positions, we'd appreciate it. All track personnel, if we get you to start heading back to your positions, we would greatly appreciate it. Once again, SBS wing, we need you to staging, please. SBS wing to staging, please. Once again, attention in the pit area, attention in the pit area. Horn has blown. We need SBS wing to staging, please. SBS wing to staging. Did just hear the 10M of Mackenzie Meany is a scratch. That'll move the inside row forward. That'll move McKenna Kren will be inside row number 2 now. Outside the 21, inside the 21C of Carson Eskew. So unofficially, the lineup will look like this. The 21M of Bryce Myers out of Bethalto, Illinois will be inside the front row. Outside of him from Hammond, Illinois. The 14N is Nolan Bartley. Row number 2 inside the 28K from Indianapolis, Indiana. It's McKenna Kren. Outside the 21C from Riverton, Illinois. It's Carson Eskew. Inside row number 3 from Springfield, Illinois. The 1K is Mackenzie Dollar. And outside the 4X from Bloomsdale, Missouri, it's Brian Martinelli. Row number 4 inside, the 7X from Westville, Illinois is John Eastock. And outside the 7 from Loamy, Illinois, it's Zach Dowler. Inside row number 5, the 19 from Farmerburg, Indiana, it's Luke Newton. And outside the 1 KD from Liston, Indiana, it's Colette DeCero. And scheduled to start inside row number 6 now from Terre Haute, Indiana, Danny Facino and the 21V. That car went up in smoke as well. So we'll see if they have an engine to change. And starting scratch on the field outside row number 6 from Farmerburg, Indiana, the 20 is James Newton. So if the other 12 are able to start, it'll be 12 cars for 20 laps. I want to say hi to the Blumenstein crew watching on YouTube. Daniel, happy to see a lot of Highland guys over here tonight. We're happy to have them. We're happy to have all the modifieds that are in attendance tonight. Don't forget Sunday Fun Days. The big car days start again 2 weeks from this Sunday. 2 weeks from this Sunday, we'll have big cars here at Coles County Speedway, and we'll start doing a lot of two race weekends mixed with some 3 race weekends as we have some big races coming down the stretch here of the 2026 season. Really feels like here at Coles County Speedway we just got the season started after taking a 6-week break because of rainouts and tornado damage. We'll get Ryan Phillips on a camera and kind of in the weeks to come so you folks can see how this place has changed. A lot of trees down, looks very different. Still doing some cosmetic and repairs, but the nuts and bolts, the bones of the racetrack that needed to be put in place to make everything work again is here. As you see, we got some different lights in 3 and 4. LED lights. You're probably going to see a lot more of those lights as we move forward. As Brian Rick, the owner here, very happy with how those lights are working down in turns 3 and 4. So you'll probably see more of those replacing the older iridescent lights. Incandescent? What's the right word on that? Something like that. So we'll have more lighting of the LED variety coming down the pipe.
I think the word is
incandescent. Is that it, Ed?
bright.
Yeah, I knew I'd get there sooner or later. I just needed a little prodding from you. I appreciate your help.
You got it.
Are you having fun down there with the microphone?
They shouldn't have given me this power.
You know, we may never get that thing away from you is my concern.
Oh, yeah, you will.
We will?
Got to go to work.
Well, you can work and have the microphone at the same time.
I don't think they would like it.
There's an off switch. It'll be okay. We should get you to start doing accident interviews. When the adults have an accident, you can try to do an interview with them.
No.
You don't think that's a good plan? They do it on TV all the time.
Know their names.
You just know their car numbers, right?
Right on, right on, right on. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
That's probably trademarked or something. You're going to get a fine for that.
If he's watching on Flow Racing.
Actually, this is on YouTube, Ed. Glad that you've been paying attention tonight.
YouTube.
YouTubes. And maybe a little bit on
I gotta
Facebook
go home.
as well. You going to go home so you can watch?
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, if I send Brian down there, would you conduct an interview with Brian?
Nah, he does enough interviews on YouTube with
And,
Kenny Wallace.
On the news and on radio and all kinds of stuff, doesn't he?
You know it. He pulled us through this hurricane. I think they...
All right. Should be last call for SBS Wing. If you're not there, it's probably going to be too late.
Hey, my battery's a little low on my phone, so I don't know who's going to win.
Once again, here's the lineup for today's NARA SBS Wing feature lineup. The 21M of Bryce Myers, inside row 1, outside the 14N of Nolan Bartley. Row number 2, McKenna Crin in the 28K and outside the 21C of Carson Eskew. Row number 3, Mackenzie Dowler in the 1K and outside the 4X of Brian Martinelli. The 7X of John Eastock is inside row 4, outside row 4, Zach Dowler in the 7. The 19 of Luke Newton is inside row 5, outside the 1KD of Colette DeCero. And row 6, if he's able to make the call, the 21V of Danny Facino, and outside the 20 of James Newton. Looks like Facino. Green flag flies. We're underway. Bartley and Myers side by side for the race lead at the stripe. Do believe it was Myers, but not by much as we're getting ready to go into lap number 2 here. Bartley will take over the race lead. Bartley still your race leader. Myers runs in second. Eskew is third. McKenna Crin runs in the 4th spot as we work to complete lap number 5 unofficially this time by. 5 laps down, 15 to go. It's still Nolan Bartley, your race leader. Myers runs in second. Third is Eskew. Fourth is Crin. Fifth is Mackenzie Dowler. Martinelli is sixth. Colette DeCero is seventh. Colette DeCero trying to make a charge from the back of the field as she didn't have the heat race she would have liked. She's to the inside now to the outside. Looking for a way around Martinelli. Meanwhile, out front into turn 3 off turn number 4. Within a straightaway now of lap traffic is the 14 of Nolan Bartley. Myers now has Eskew breathing down the back of his neck. Eskew to the inside in turn number 3 and 4. It's still going to be Myers. Myers now goes to the bottom, but Eskew is there side by side off turn number 2. Give the second spot to Carson Eskew. He will hold that second spot that time by as we're past the halfway point. Lap traffic is a concern now for Nolan Bartley as Eskew starts to close in. Going to have 14 down, 6 to go this time by. 14 down, 6 to go for Nolan Bartley. He'll have 5 up. Yellow flags out as we got a car around up in the top of turn 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow up in the top of turn number 2. Try to see who that is. Maybe James Newton in the 20 up there. Just using my deductive reasoning to tell me that it looks like that's the car that I'm missing. I see the 19. I don't see the 20. So it must be James Newton in the 20 machine. We'll have 14 laps down, 6 to go. 14 down, 6 to go in this NARA SBS Wing feature event. Your race leader, Nolan Bartley, has led every lap. Carson Eskew, who was closing as they got into lap traffic, now is right on the rear bumper, but probably not upset to see the caution was Nolan Bartley, as he was going to have to start finding his way through some lap cars. Now he will have clean traffic in front of him. Eskew runs in second. Bryce Myers is third. McKenna Crin is fourth. Mackenzie Dowler is fifth. Mike Martinelli is, Brian Martinelli, excuse me, is sixth. Mackenzie Dowler, Mackenzie Dowler is fifth. Martinelli is sixth. Colette DeCero is seventh. Zach Dowler is eighth. The 7X of Estock is ninth. And the 19 machine of Luke Newton rounding out the top 10. Everybody still, I believe, on the lead lap. Here we go. Green flag flies. Bartley leads him back to green. Eskew's going to shoot to the top. He's going to try to use the top side. He's got it down the backstretch outside of Bartley. Into turns 3 and 4. Looking for a new race leader off turn number 4. It's going to be Carson Eskew. Bartley follows Eskew to the top now, but it may be too late. Oh, upside down. We got one upside down in turns 1 and 2. A car upside down in turns 1 and 2. I believe, again, it's going to be the 20 machine. I can't see. Actually, the number 7 machine of Estock, John Estock, upside down. Excuse me, the 7 of Estock upside down in turns 1 and 2. He got into the wall, entering turn 1, rode the wall, and I was saying he was going to get upside down. I thought for a second he was going to save it, but then it got upside down and rolled a couple times down there in turns 1 and 2 as the Coles County safety crew is down there, Johnny on the spot, to check on the driver who hails out of Westville, Illinois. So we went back to 15 laps down. Estock is okay, I believe, down there in turns 1 and 2. They're going to try to get him off the track. Trying to get the 7 machine off the racetrack here. 15 down, 5 to go. 15 down, 5 to go. Once again, 5 laps to go. Carson Eskew, the new race leader. Carson Eskew, the new race leader. Nolan Bartley will be second. Third will belong to Bryce Myers. Fourth is still McKenna Cran. The field starts rolling one more time. Mackenzie Dowler will be 5th. Brian Martinelli 6th. Colette DeCero 7th. Zach Dowler 8th. Luke Newton 9th. And James Newton will now be 10th. Yellow lights out. Lineup is correct. J.D. Evans down there making his normal face as he walks by the tower. Having a little steering issues on the 59 modified. Here we go, looking for green, this time off 4. We're back underway. Eskew back to the top. Bartley tries to use the bottom to get back by, not going to work this time. Meanwhile, McKenna Cran to the bottom. Myers to the top, side by side in a battle for third. Still, Cran to the inside of Myers. McKenna Cran to third. Nolan Bartley still in second, but here comes McKenna Cran running the bottom. We're going to have 2 laps to go, this time by for Carson Eskew. Nolan Bartley in second. McKenna Cran third. Myers fourth. Dowler of the McKenzie variety fifth. White flag's going to fly this time by for Carson Eskew. Using the top side, everybody else on the bottom. The fastest car on a racetrack looks to the bottom this time at 3 and 4 to take the slider away. Feature win goes to Carson Eskew. So unofficially, your top 5, Mackenzie Dowler finishes in the 5th spot in the 1K. 4th goes to Bryce Myers in the 21. 3rd to McKenna Cran in the 28K. The 14 in of Nolan Bartley finishes 2nd. And picking up the feature win after starting 4th. He hails out of Riverton, Illinois, driving the 21C. Put your hands together for Carson Eskew.
All righty. Looks like Mr. Carson is going to unbuckle a little bit. Stepping out of there. We'll give him the checkered flag. Let's hear it for Mr. Carson Eskew, your feature winner. We'll let him get. All right, buddy. Looks like that late caution kind of helped you out because you were booking in.
Yeah, I was trying to go where they weren't. I would like to thank my dad. I like to thank everybody that helped out with this car, all my sponsors, and yeah.
So you're doing pretty good there, huh? All right, everybody. Let's hear it for Carson Eskew, feature winner tonight.
Carson Eskew picking up the feature win. Thank you, Ed. Carson down there getting some. That's Carson's dad got down there pretty quick. He was right here when that feature race was over. He got down there faster than you did, Ed.
Yeah, I got my nos in me now.
Four more races yet to come here tonight. Next up will be the Bates Inc. and Apparel Restricted Micro NARA sanctioned class. Scheduled to start inside the front row from Terre Haute, Indiana. The 20 is Riker Sumner. Outside the 36 from Springfield, Illinois, Jackson Cates. Inside row number 2 from Springfield, Illinois, the 11S is R.J. Smith. And outside from Lincoln, Illinois, the 21 is Henry Schneider. And starting scratch on the field from Harrisburg, Illinois, driving the 14, it's Niles Tudor. Niles Tudor starting all alone in row number 3. What do you think, Ed? You got a favorite in this one? The 26 or the 20, the 36, the 11S, 21 or 14? Who you got?
One. What do you think of that little king?
I think the microphone's cutting out a little bit, isn't it?
Hello. They can't keep up with me.
There's a lot of people that way, not just the microphone.
Look at that little sprayer on that Rural King tractor.
New addition to the workload this week, I do believe. Right, Ed?
Right on. He's doing a little moonlighting.
So here we go. Yellow lights going out. Sumner and Cates in row number 1. Smith and Schneider in row 2. Tudor alone in row 3. Green flag flies. We're underway. Sumner's going to lead him into turn number 1 for the first time. Cates settles into the second spot. R.J. Smith third. Tudor up to fourth. Still Riker Sumner, your race leader. Jackson Cates runs in second. Cates a good run off turn 2 that time. He closes on Riker Sumner. Tudor is all over the backside of Smith, but the battle for the race lead up front. Within a car length was Cates that time down the front stretch. He gets another good run off turn number 2. Riker Sumner, though, a better job getting through 3 and 4 that time. He'll open up about a car length and a half advantage. Still a good battle for the race lead up front. Riker Sumner. Ah, there comes Cates to the inside. New race leader off turn number 4. It's going to be Jackson Cates out of Springfield, Illinois, in the 36 machine, your new race leader. Halfway home, 8 down, 7 to go. That time by for Jackson Cates. He is pulling away from Riker Sumner now. R.J. Smith has settled into third. Battle with Henry Schneider looking to the inside of Niles Tudor. He'll take over the 4th spot that time by. Tudor back to the inside in a battle for 4th. Down the backstretch they go, side by side into turn 3. Tudor slides in front, slams on the brakes, stays on the bottom. He'll take the 4th spot back. 5 laps to go that time by. Make it 4 this time by for your race leader, Jackson Cates. Coming to 2 laps to go, this time by for Jackson Cates. It's still Sumner in second, Smith in third. Tudor now has opened up a comfortable lead in fourth over fifth place running Henry Schneider. White flag flies, 1 lap to go for Jackson Cates. Checkered flag is out. Feature win goes to Springfield, Illinois' Jackson Cates. Unofficially, your top 5 look like this. Henry Schneider out of Lincoln, Illinois finishes in the 5th spot. 4th goes to Niles Tudor from Harrisburg. 3rd to R.J. Smith out of Springfield. 2nd to Riker Sumner out of Terre Haute, Indiana. And picking up the feature win, he hails from Springfield, Illinois, driving to 36. It's Jackson Cates. Jackson Cates, your feature winner.
All right. Give him the checkered flag. He's going to wave it high. Looks like he was going right along.
No. Pop it in neutral and take your helmet off and get a picture.
Looking for a knuckle bump. Sister. He's too busy taking off his helmet. Come on out of that seat there, buddy. So, looks like you were hooking right there. Once you got in the lead, you were hanging on, huh?
Yeah. It feels great. It's my first race in this new car, and yeah, it just feels great.
That's the way we like it. We like them getting in there and smacking them down. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Smith, the SQ, Jake Shanks, Nick Cox, my parents, my grandparents, my sister, and just everyone that helps work on my car. And also Tanner.
He's hiding down there. All right, there's your feature winner for tonight. Looks like he's ready for another feature.
I think he's ready to go to Full Throttle Monster Trucks in Albion, Illinois tomorrow night.
Right on, right on, right on.
Tough car competition at Coles County as well tonight, apparently.
I think
Here we
he's lost
go.
his
3
receiver.
wide starting mod lights.
Gentlemen, you've lost your receiver.
I think they should start 3 wide. Hey, everybody, we've got 3 cars in the mod lights. If you think that they should start 3 wide, make a lot of noise right now. Crowd says yes. The crowd's always right. Crowd is always right. That's what I think. 3 wide. Rocky Meyer out of McQuan, Illinois, inside row number 1. The middle of row number 1 is going to be the 23H of Bo Day, and outside the 33D of Jeff Day. Here we go. 3 wide. 23H has got to slow down, though. Here we go. Make some noise, folks. They're going to go 3 wide to start this one.
Woo! 3 wide.
Here we go, looking for green, this time off turn number 4. John Shipman, the flagman's just shaking his head. He doesn't know what to think. We're going green. Oh, here we are. Green flag flies. We're underway. Rocky Myers trying to use the high side in 1 and 2. Different car for Jeff Day in the 33D here in the feature. That car was all over the place in the heat race. They must have found something. Rocky Meyer going to try to find something of his own to get a race pass here, as 10 laps was the distance. Meyer to the inside now. He's got the preferred line. Rocky Meyer, the youngster out of McQuan, Illinois. Oh, we got a car spun in turn number 2, but we're going to stay green. And Rocky Meyer, your new race leader. 4 down. We're going to make it 5. 4 down, 6 to go this time by. 4 down, 6 to go this time by for Rocky Meyer. Meyer still your race leader as he starts to open up about a 3 or 4 car length advantage over Jeff Day. Day closes a little bit on entry, but Meyer is faster off the corner. Oh, look out! Jeff Day is going to loop it. Jeff Day loops it in 1 and 3 and 4. We're going to stay green, and Rocky Meyer is checked out. He's going to have the white flag this time by. 1 lap to go for Rocky Meyer. Oh, look out in front of the race leader. We're going to stay green. Bo Day. Checkered flag coming. Checkered flag out for Rocky Meyer. $11M. 11M to victory lane. Hey, Ed, get it. Yeah, there you go. He hears him now. Rocky Meyer going to pull up onto victory lane. Whoa, look out. Yeah, brakes work.
That's first time at the track. We'll give him a little bit.
So your top 3 unofficially look like this. Bo Day in a 23H finishes third. Second goes to Jeff Day in a 33D. And pulling on to victory lane, picking up tonight's feature win from McQuan, Illinois, the 11M. Put your hands together for Rocky Meyer.
Rocky Meyer. Not Balboa. Rocky Meyer. Where did you say he was from? Macomb? your mod light feature winner.
Hey, that
Rocky
kid is a
Meyer.
professional. He's got a hat down there ready for victory lane.
Number 11, Rocky Meyer.
Hey, wait a second. Hey, Ed, hold on a second. Rocky, you've got to crawl up, get up on top of the car, not down in the seat. Come on now. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Put your hands together for Rocky Meyer.
Now he's got to come down out of there. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Mom and Dad, Odom Specialties for giving me a little more power. So
Looks like you were booking.
Hop
it,
out of
baby.
there, Rocky. Get your picture taken. Let's get the top three up there. Rocky, stay there for just a second. Rocky, get the other two up there and get a picture real quick with all three of you.
Yeah, it was a good race till someone did a little slide.
You know what, folks? It works so good. Who thinks we should start the three Hornets three wide also? That's what, yep, it's fans are always right. Almost always, anyway. Here we go. Three Hornets starting three wide. Inside the first row, the 12M from Mattoon, Illinois, is Joey Musalami. Out in the middle of row number one, from St. Elmo, Illinois, it's James Trivett. And outside row number one, from St. Elmo, Illinois, the 17 of Brooke Trivett. The crowd said three wide, so I think we should just do it. That's right, here we go, three wide for the Hornets. Don't worry, John, we won't do it with the modifieds. We'll go four wide for the modifieds. Just kidding, folks. We wouldn't do that. Go low, Joey. There we go. There we go. If the two outside cars take out each other, I think it's going to be a long ride home. 10 laps the distance here. Three wide start for the Hornets. Here we go. Joey Musalami leads them to green. We're underway. Good battle to start. James Trivett and Joey Musalami outside by side as they work off turn two into turn three. Musalami has the preferred line. He's going to lead lap number one. James Trivett trying to make that inside line a little lower as he worked into turn number one. Didn't work that time as Musalami is going to have the lead to complete lap number two. Still Joey Musalami out front. James Trivett runs in the second spot. Brooke Trivett is third. Not real sure who his spotter is down here on the front stretch, but his spotter is lying to him. Alvy? Allie? Allie, you're Howie? Howie, you're lying to him. He's not that close. Howie is now backed up. Howie, you could give him signals. I'm just saying you were lying to him. He wasn't as close as you were telling him he was. Musalami still your race leaders. We'll have 2 laps to go. That time by unofficially. 2 laps to go. Looking for the white next time for Joey Musalami. Off of turn 4. 1 more lap to go for the Silver 12 machine. The 12M end of turn 1 off turn number 2. James Trivet trying to give chase, but into 3. The back left rear up in the air. Knows he's digging hard. Checkered flag for Joey Musalami. Checkered flag is out. Top 3. Brooke Trivet finishes in 3rd in the 17 machine. James Trivet 2nd in the 9. And picking up the feature win, hailing out of Mattoon, Illinois. Driving the 12M. Put your hands together for Joseph Musalami. Undefeated, I think, when he finishes a race here at Coles County. I don't think he's lost a race that he finished, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, he's getting pretty good at Victory Lane here. I'm going to check his floorboard, see if he's got an extra foot down there or something. He's got his fan club. Taking off that fancy helmet. Here he comes, your feature winner. Oh, dropping the earpiece. He got her. All right, Joey. You're getting to be a regular right here on Victory Lane. What did you like to think?
I'd like to thank, first and foremost, my old lady for, supporting me every weekend here. With all my racing and, working on the car and everything. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Brian Rick, Brad Chandler, Jeremy Reed, A1 Custom Concrete. I know there's a few more I'm forgetting, but it's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah, that's all right. What'd you think of that 3-wide start?
I thought it was pretty cool. A little tight on this track, but, got to try new things for the fans.
Hey, Joey, you think we should do that every time now, 3 wide to start?
I'm all for it.
Don't think the flag man would like that. But hey, this is Coles County Speedway. We are all about innovation. Right on, Joey.
All right. 25 laps of dirt car UMP modified racing action still to come your way. It's the last race of the night inside the front row. From Breeze, Illinois, driving to 55, it's Chad Sellers. Outside of him from Lawrenceville, Illinois, the 9 is Jacob Hadaway. Inside row number 2, hailing from Brownstown, Illinois, driving to 58L is Stephen Lash. Did you get it? Outside row number 2 from Watson, Illinois, the 808 is Kelby Simmons. Inside row number 3 from Greenville, Illinois, the 69 is Noah Sugg. Outside row 3 from Terre Haute, Indiana, the 92 is Kenny Carmichael Sr. Inside row number 4 from Allendale, Illinois, the 50 is Jace Weiss. Outside from Lawrenceville, Illinois, starting 8th, the 71 is Rick Frazier. Inside row number 5 from Mattoon, Illinois, the 59 is J.D. Evans. And outside from Charleston, Illinois, the 08 is Brady Collins. Scratched for the night from Bethalto, Illinois, the 21 is Steve Myers. And starting scratch on the field all alone in row number 6 from Terre Haute, Indiana, the 6J is Travis Harum. All right, up here in the tower. Come on up here, John. Scoot up here a little closer. We've had one upside-down car tonight. It was John Eastock. John, how are you feeling, first of all?
Sore hip and see my life flash in front of my eyes.
How many times you been upside down in a car?
Twice. That's the second time.
Well, this should have been old hand then. It shouldn't have been very scary at all.
I'll let you know in the morning when I get out of bed.
Well, you were going to sell that car. Are you still going to sell it?
Yeah, if you want to fix it.
You got kind of up in the wall with a little help maybe, and you rode the wall. I thought you were going to save it for a split second, but then it got upside down.
It was a long ride. It lasted more than I thought it would.
All right, here we go. Yellow lights out. Green flag flies. We're underway. Sellers leads them to green. 25 laps the distance. Sellers going to lead off of turn number. Oh, trouble on the backstretch. They're going to stay mostly pointed the right direction. They are still pointing. There's a cone over there somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it went. Yellow flag's going to fly. Yellow flag's going to fly as the 808 of Kelby Simmons is going to pull to the infield. He got up on 2 wheels, and I think he landed on the cone. I'm not sure where the cone went. Oh, there it is, I think, down in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Well, maybe not. There's stuff all over. There's the tire, and the cone might be a little farther down the racetrack there. Now, Kelby going to come back out. Looks like he's okay. We did, I think, complete 1 lap. No. Did not count the lap. Sugg is stopped in the middle of the backstretch. John, racing is not a cheap endeavor anymore. You see these guys and these modifieds out here. We had one on 2 wheels. You feel a little differently about watching a guy get up on 2 wheels after you got upside down in your feature?
No, I'm not in it. That's the main thing.
It's not cheap anymore, though, is it? And putting a race car together and then seeing it get tore up first or second night out's tough, isn't it?
It'll be probably $1,500 to fix it.
Well, that's unfortunately part of it. We're going to re-rack and restack here. Looks like it's going to be a complete restart. Whole bunch of cars involved in that melee on the backstretch. You're running in the A class, which has got cars and kids and older people, and their age range is huge in that class. Does that make it kind of fun, or does that make it more difficult for you?
Well, I'm 65. I can't run against 13, 14-year-olds. They have no fear.
No fear, and they always seem to be pretty darn fast as well. So we're going to go green. Try it again here. Off of turn number 4, Sellers and Hadaway leading them to green at the cone. And turn 4, here we go. Green flag flies. We're underway. We have Sellers out front. Hadaway a better turn that time. And the field is going to make it down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4 for the first time. High and low. Sellers is out front. They're still side by side in a battle for 4th. Sugg is there with Simmons. Sugg trying to move up through the field a little bit. He's looking for the 4th spot. He has it down the backstretch. Meanwhile, out front is still Chad Sellers in the 55. Hadaway in the 9, and then it Lash in the 58L. Here comes Sugg. Noah Sugg on the charge. Meanwhile, It is the 92 of Kenny Carmichael Sr. looking to the inside of Simmons. Through 3 and 4 that time, but Simmons slams the door. Oh, we got one nearly around. It's going to stay. Weiss kept it going. It got a little sideways, but now it's going to be the 55 Machina Sellers out front, who's closing in on lap traffic now as we have 20 down, 5 to go, make it 6 down, 19 to go this time by for Sellers. Good battles throughout the field, but Sellers is checked out on Hadaway, Lash, and Sugg. Simmons has Evans to the outside, and the 59 Carmichael Sr. to the inside, looking for a battle 3 wide as they work through turns 3 and 4. Simmons slams the nose of Evans, and a yellow flag is out. We got a car around, down in 3 and 4. It's the 08 machine of Brady Collins. Brady Collins around in 3 and 4. Caution flag's going to fly, and Kelby Simmons pulls to the infield for a second time here. Your race leader coming off of turn number 4 right now, under caution, Chad Sellers. Collins was the caution. He'll pass the race leader on the high side, go tag the tail of the field. It's Hadaway in second, Lash in third, Sugg in fourth. With Simmons off, we'll wait and see whether it's Carmichael Sr. or Evans in that 5th spot, as they've been running side by side trying to find a way around Kelby Simmons. Simmons is in the infield. He is off the racetrack and done, it would appear. He is done. Sugg goes high, Evans low, and a Delaware double file restart. Stay in yellow. Yeah, ran 25 laps, have 7 down, 18 laps to go. The yellow light's going to go out this time by. John, you think 25 laps would be a long time?
Yeah, it'd be a long race in micros.
We'll probably run 50 for the give back a few weeks. You don't want to do that?
No.
Here we go. Sellers leads them to the green. Slow pace, and the green flag flies. We're underway. Oh, Hadaway on the bottom, looped it nearly on the berm at the bottom of the racetrack. Meanwhile, up top, it's the 58L of Stephen Lash, who's found the high side, making it work now as he tries to reel in Sellers, who again opens up about a half a straightaway advantage. Meanwhile, back through the field, the cars remain side by side. Carmichael Sr. to the top, Sugg to the bottom as he's right on the tail tank. Well, I guess the bumper, as we have bumpers on these cars, not push bars or tail tanks. Hadaway's leaving that car hanging out nice and wide all the way down the straightaway, making it really hard to pass. Carmichael Sr. to the high side. Can he get there? He will not. It's still Sugg on the bottom. Lash is settled in a second, but a good battle for third, fourth, and fifth. Evans is up to 6th. We're going to be halfway home, 13 down, 12 to go this time by for your race leader, Chad Sellers. Now everybody is kind of settled into single file racing. Just do have some on the top and some on the bottom, but they've settled on the front stretch. Sugg is up to 4th. Noah Sugg now tries to reel in Hadaway. Carmichael Sr. was up there earlier. Now Sugg is up there, and he starts to reel into 3rd place running Hadaway. Lashes went to the bottom. Can Sugg make the top work? He's sure giving it a whirl. Up top, it's Sugg. Good battle. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, now. Very close together. Now making 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as Carmichael Sr. starts to fade off a bit. Sugg to the outside in a battle for 3rd. He's to the outside of the stripe that time. Now down the backstretch. Maybe by a nose, it was Sugg. Sugg making a top side work as he works off turn number 4. He'll have 3rd. Meanwhile, Sellers is about to catch lap traffic. A half a lap behind nearly is Lash in the 58L. Sugg still on the top. 6 laps to go this time by. Sugg still leaving it hanging out on the high side. Let her rip, tater chip, as my good friend Lucas used to say all the time. He's letting it hang out. Can he catch the second place running Lash? 5 to go that time by for your race leader. Again, nearly a half a lap advantage. He does not really have to pass the lap cars. He's probably got plenty of time to just kind of meander back there, stay out of trouble, and pick up a feature win. Side by side now, Evans to the top side. He wants a top 5 spot. J.D. Evans, after all the trouble in qualifying and heat race action, he's got the 5th spot away from Carmichael Sr. 2 to go this time by for Sellers as he works off of turn number 4. He'll have the white flag next time by. J.D. Evans now starting to close in on Hadaway. White, Sugg up into the wall, but he keeps it going. White flag's out for Sellers. He's at the back of the field. The battle is going to be for 3rd or 4th. Now 4th is Evans. It's to the outside of Hadaway. Checkered flag flies for Sellers. Lash is going to finish 2nd. Sugg looks to be 3rd. Evans around the outside. Hadaway. Battle for 4th at the line. Give it to J.D. Evans. Hadaway finishes 5th. Evans is 4th. 3rd goes to a hard-charging Sugg. Lash is 2nd and picking up the heat race win. He hails from Breeze, Illinois, driving at 55. Put your hands together for Chad Sellers. Noah Sugg and J.D. Evans having a
confrontation. But let's hear it for this number, E55. First time to the track, looked like he was doing pretty good.
There he is, out of the car. Put your hands together for Chad Sellers.
How you like that track?
You know what? It reminds me of the Dome in St. Louis. It's bringing back good memories. Love it.
That's why we have Road to the Dome.
I'm telling you what, you got a good racetrack. Thanks for having us.
So who would you like to thank?
I want to thank these two right here, my wife Denise and Kevin, our pit crew. But Mark Bush Race Cars, Kirshner Lumber Company, K&D Countertops, Equity Realty Group, couldn't do it without all them. And Dominic back home, and Zach and Rick.
All them wrench turners.
That's right.
You couldn't do without it. There you go, feature winner and last race of the night.
Once again, everyone, thanks for joining us tonight here at Coles County Speedway. Don't forget the Road to the Dome will be September 27th. USAC Midgets here August 14th and 15th. And we have the KCAM Give Back for Outlaw Non-Wing Micros, Restricted Non-Wing, and Junior Sprints on Labor Day weekend. Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a good time. Come back and see us next Friday night as we have racing action back at the baddest little bull ring in the country right here at Coles County Speedway. We'll see you again very soon. Drive home safe.